Hey everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. It's been a little bit since I made my last one, but I just wanted to talk to you about my kayak. It's a Nucanoe Unlimited. I have mentioned this before in some of my shorts, and I really love this kayak. It was my second fishing kayak, and the first one was just a cheap one I got from Academy Sports, I believe, and I used it for a while. It worked out. It didn't have a good backrest. This Nucanoe Unlimited has a good swivel seat on it. Works great. I love this seat. And not only to mention that, but I can actually stand up in this thing. I don't walk on it, but I can stand up and stretch my back. As the older we get, the stiffer we get when we sit down for a long time. And it's just hard to sit there for hours on end. I'll get off on the bank sometimes and just walk around and do everything. But today what I wanted to show you was my existing anchor system. Let me bring you up here so you can get a good look at my existing anchor system. Sorry about moving you around like that. But basically, this is a cheap man's anchor system for a kayak, other than just taking a rope and tying a weight onto it and throwing it over and then tying it onto one of your handles in your Nucanoe or something, or one of your kayaks. So basically, I got this steel weight. I got it from a local hardware store. It's called Hardware City, if you're familiar with it. It's here in Clarksville, Tennessee. And basically, it just hangs down like so. And this little device, I got it from Walmart, of all places, in the boating section. And basically, you just pull back on it, and you can raise it up. Then you just pull the line over like so, and it sets it. So from back here, you can lower it, and then set it, and it just hangs down there. It really doesn't bother anything when I'm going through the water. It just hangs there. I can hear it sometimes, but it does throw me off when I'm paddling or when I got the trolling motor on the back and I'm going down the creeks. That's generally where I head to, is the creeks, big creeks. And it works out fine. I have been in situations where the wind or the current has actually still pushed me around just using this, because this is only 5 pounds. But it's lasted me a while, and it's worked out great for me. If I can get it back off here. Well, you're making me look stupid. I promise it comes off. Anyways, I'll have to fast forward through that. Or maybe just show it to you. But it's lasted me a while. This little piece of plywood right here, 3/4 inch, I have it bolted to the Nucanoe, and I use Thompson's water seal on it to keep it from destroying itself. I'm going to take it off, and I'm actually going to put a handle on here and make a device. I'm thinking about using a piece of chain and going across here. That way I can use the boat trailer's hook and just use this as a secure point. Not really for keeping it on or pulling it up onto the boat trailer, but just so when I'm going down the highway, in case my ratchet strap that I use breaks, at least there's some way of it's holding it on there until I notice it, or until someone flags me down, hopefully, and I can stop and fix it. But we'll see how that works out. I'll bring you guys back after I do all that. So my next piece that I got, I just purchased this the other day, and it came in the mail. Oh, that bounces all over the place. Is this Anchor Wizard. I'm dying to try this out. Let me get over here, maybe you guys can see better. This is an Anchor Wizard. I plan on mounting this up someplace by the seat and maybe putting this right here. I haven't made up my mind yet. I really don't, maybe I won't put it there because I don't like that location. It's supposed to be able to hang off like this, but my trolling motor goes there, so that's not going to work out for me. I don't know how I'm going to do it now. Maybe right there. I don't know. I don't like that either. I'm going to have to figure out a place to put it and bring you guys back. Yeah, I'll figure it out. But probably not no really good place to put it here. Here's the best place to put it, but my trolling motor sits right here, and it's going to interfere with my trolling motor. So let me go get my trolling motor, and I'll set up my kayak the way I fish, and let you guys see it too. I think I got a unique design. Maybe you don't think so. Maybe you do, or maybe I have done some stuff to my kayak that you want to do to yours. It's all about learning from each other, guys, and I'm all about teaching somebody or showing what I have versus what you have. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. So something I forgot to mention earlier. This is how I wind up my rope. There's a tie attached to my anchor up front there. And I got this little device off Amazon. I don't know how much I paid for it. Worked out great. I have no issues with it at all. It's just I didn't like all the loose rope hanging around by my feet or anything else. After a while, it's got annoying. It still worked great. I had no issues with it at all, and it spooled up the line just fine. So if you're interested in doing something like this, it's a cheap method from Walmart. Like, once again, this is from Walmart. This is from Amazon. If I find the link, I'll put it in the description, but I don't remember. It's been a long time. It's been at least a year or two since I bought it, but I can look through my Amazon orders and give you guys a link if you're interested in it. Okay, so we're back here by the trolling motor. I put the trolling motor on. One, because I want to show you everybody, and two, this is just how I got it rigged up. I do have a piece of plywood down here. That way it disperses the weight of the trolling motor, and it makes it so these wing nuts, when I tie them down, when I crank them down, they disperse the pulling. I can't remember the word I'm trying to think of. It disperses the pulling power, I guess. Something like that. I think you know what I'm talking about. And I'm still undecided how I want to hang this. If I put it over here, have it hanging down, I think it'll fit right through there. So when I pull the line up, it should be able to go through there. But I'm just worried about hitting my prop one time and breaking my fins. Because even though this is just 5 pounds, and I've dropped this on my toes a couple of times, and it doesn't feel too good. So I'm gonna try it this way. I'm gonna hook it all up. I'm gonna give it a good old college try, as they say, and see how it comes out. Once again, I'm just learning as I go along, and I'm just bringing you guys along for the adventure. But I'll be right back. Okay, guys, welcome back. Well, to you, it's only been like a second, maybe 2 seconds. So I went ahead and set the Anchor Wizard up here. Ignore my mess. I got it mounted right here. I don't know if it'll be permanently mounted there or not, because I might be hitting it with my knee all the time and dropping the anchor when I don't want to. But I just ran it back here. I have some more of these holders, I guess you want to say, strap holders or something. And I could run the cord through there, but like I said, I don't know if that's where I'm going to permanently leave it at until I get it on the water and test it and see how I do. But it shoots up through here. It's not going to mess with my trolling motor, at least I hope not. I just got to make sure my trolling motor is facing forward when I go to drop it. But it works pretty good. I'll give you a quick demo. So let me see. Yeah, this cranking it up works pretty good. Then you just crank it backwards and it just drops it. I don't know if you saw that or not. I hope you did. But yeah, you just crank it back up. I'm kind of still concerned about the trolling motor back there. And then it just locks into place. Pretty free moving. So let me try to do that again. See if you can see it. So you just turn the handle clockwise, counterclockwise, and it falls. And you tighten it up and it locks it into place. So I've looked at other YouTube videos of guys using this. So in order to drop it, you just turn it like so, drops it, and you just turn the handle back clockwise and to lock it into place. That way you can set your depth or whatever, you put your anchor on the ground. Then you just crank it up. Comes up pretty good. Well, that time it didn't, but you get the idea. I'm not too worried about if it hangs down like that if I'm out there on the water, because it's not going to interfere with my trolling motor. But to give you a little walkthrough of the trolling motor of the kayak here, I do have a plug here, and the wires ran through the kayak for the trolling motor, and it works fine, no issues there. But I like to put the battery back here. I have a lithium iron phosphate battery inside here. It's made by Litime, Litime. There's their little sticker if you want to know more about it. But I like to just leave it here, and then I just run a strap through it, anchor it down. It's easier. Then I got my little flag here. Trust me, you want a flag out there on the water, because sometimes those boaters come and go. And then when it gets too late, this flashes. Takes two hands to get this going. But it flashes and just says Nucanoe, nothing special on it. Here's my extension handle for the kayak, for the trolling motor, I mean. I like it. It works great. I can't fish at the same time when I'm using it, but I do troll a lot. I'll throw some lines out there, some lures out on the side, and I'll let it troll and just pull it through the water. And I just sit kind of angled like so, and I steer with it. Works good. I have yet to have any issues, any serious issues out of it or anything. And the seat swivels all the way around. And with this Nucanoe, it's so wide, and the way it's made for big people, that I can do a complete 360 and this thing doesn't tip over. I've sat on the side right here multiple times to get myself unsnagged or something like that when my line gets snagged up in a tree or in the water or something. Here's my depth / fish finder. Anymore, I just use it for the depth because I want to know how deep I'm fishing. I really don't use it for the fish finder. It's a cheap Lowrance. I gave like 140, 150 bucks for it. But it plugs in over here. I had run the wires, bought them plugs off Amazon. Here's my handle to raise my trolling motor up. It only goes up so far. When I'm sitting down in the chair, it's easier to do it. But it raises up like this, and let's kick the handle off to the side. That handle telescopes too, so I can push it in right here. It takes two hands. I got the GoPro in the other hand. This milk crate, I know I'm kind of bouncing around here, but this milk crate just holds all my extra stuff. I always have a screwdriver in there, a pair of pliers or something. You never know. But usually that's where all my trash ends up for my pokey bait. If you don't know what pokey bait is, it's just snacks. It's military jargon. I also have two rod holders on it. This is just two milk crates and some little cheap bungee cords from Walmart. It does good to hold the poles up. Better than reaching all the way back here to these things that will hold water. And trying to reach my pole back there, stretching my back and making me get some exercise, I guess. But yeah, the rope will, getting back to the trolling motor, so when I pull it up, it just sits down in one of them cleats and it holds it pretty good. Right now it's just at an angle. Holds it pretty good. I also pull on the handle sometimes if I'm going through certain areas and I know I need to pull it up. But it works great. Really have no issues with it. My two rod holders here, of course, one right here, one right there. That's a cheaper one I got off of Amazon. This is one of them, I can't think of the name of the brand, but it's one of them kayak ones, high dollar ones. And then coming up here is just my handle. I've taken this handle off and on. Of course you know that because I had the other anchoring system on here. And I like to have washers in there because this is hard plastic and I just don't want to break the plastic. Here you have where your rod tips go into. When you have the rods on the floor of the Nucanoe, they go right into here. That way they're not sticking out, poking out and everything. It works pretty good. Once again, sometimes I put the battery up here, and when I do, I strap it down with these little eyelets. Then I also have my tackle box. My tackle box sits right here. I don't use a partial tackle box. I don't use one of them small dinky things. I have my full-blown tackle box on here. It has 4 trays in it, a big top compartment, because I never know what I want to throw. You know, one day I might want to throw top water, might want to throw bottom, might want to throw some worms, who knows. But I had to do some work on this trailer. I picked this trailer up. It was, of course, a jet ski, if you can't tell. But when I got it, the tongue was bent, so I had to replace the tongue here. I went to Rural King, got that. This winch still isn't the best. I just have a chain on here to keep it secure. And basically all this is for is it's another point of failure, yeah, if you want to call it that. But it's just another point of safety. So that way the kayak will sit on here straight mostly. And when I have the kayak strapped down, I just go through these handles right here. These are the oar handles where you put your oar in at when you're not using it. And I just have it coming down here to the bumper, well, to the wheel guard, I should say, and just goes up and over and ratchets down. But sometimes I go down through some rough terrain, some of these rough back roads, and the kayak will shift, and that strap will come loose. And when the strap comes loose, I still like to have this winch hooked up, because even though it's not very tight, I don't have it tight for a reason. It'll still keep the kayak on the trailer in case that ratchet strap completely falls off. At least it's enough to let me know what's going on. But yeah, that's in a gist, that's everything. One of these days when I get everything hooked up, I'll show you guys a complete walkthrough and show you exactly how it works. This Anchor Wizard seems to be pretty good. It's a low profile Anchor Wizard. I got this one off eBay. I would recommend the guy, but he shipped kind of slow. It took over a week to get to me. I wasn't happy about that, but especially in this day and age, it seems like you place an order on Amazon and you get it a day later. At least that's where it's like in my neighborhood. But there you have it. Oh, getting back to the trailer. The only thing that was wrong with this trailer other than the tongue was this light right here. I had to replace the wiring on it. Looks like someone was messing with it and they didn't know what they was doing, and they had the wires hooked up backwards, so it wasn't working. I still got to put new bearings in it. I don't know when the last time the bearings were greased or anything, but I got some new bearings for it. I just got to pop out the old ones, put the new ones in there, and grease it up real good. I did have to replace these, I don't even know what you call them, these pads. It's just a 2x4. It's got carpet on there. The old ones were rotted out, so I replaced all of those. And then, of course, I put the wheel up here on, just so it doesn't sit on the tongue. All together in the trailer, I probably got maybe $70 in the trailer, plus my time. But in the kayak, you don't want to know how much money I put in this kayak already. When it's fully set up with all the fishing poles, everything like that, it's some money. I'll tell you that much. Whenever it comes to leisure sports that they know a lot of men want to do, they sure do nickel and dime you. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you stuck around for this long. Hope you found this video entertaining. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you're just like, who the hell's this old guy doing YouTube videos? But either way, if you liked it, like it. If you'd like to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't want to, hey, you don't have to. But God bless you all. You guys have a wonderful day. Till next time. Bye.